Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Day 6, the championship game of softball here at the 31st National Veterans Wheelchair Games, presented by Paralyzed Veterans of America and the Department of Veterans Affairs. This softball game today is brought to you by the DeGasperis family and PNC, and we are underway. Number 12 on the orange team, Booker Foster, is at the plate. Here's the pitch outside. 2-2 count.
Foster's going to have a quite loaded day, Kevin. I know he's in basketball championship a little bit later on today that we'll be covering.
And this one's hitting play, but the pitcher is able to gobble that one up. And he's going to be safe as the first baseman wasn't able to handle the throw.
That was good hustle there by Foster. It was a great play by the pitcher, Nathaniel McFarland, reaching out and snagging that with a big bear claw up there, the comebacker. Just could not get a good throw over to the first baseman. And Foster's on via the air.
And now we have Michael Thomas in the game, and looks like he's going to be thrown out after that ground ball, but the runner will advance from first to third. And the orange team is in business early.
That's good heads up there by Foster. It was a nice play again. McFarland, it looks like he's going to get a lot of action. They actually tipped that one after the comebacker again. This time it was Thomas who brought it back to him, and he tipped it to his second baseman, number 5, Douglas Moore, but Foster was going to 3 all the way there.
Casey Pooler ends up with a ground ball. That one hit somebody here, and a run will score.
That's going to be an RBI there for Jerry Davis. A good start for Orange thus far. Getting a little harder their lineup, only 1 out still. It was the left fielder out there for Red. It was Paul Jackson, the Brit, who stopped that from going any deeper out into the outfield. But Orange strikes first, 1-0 early.
And number 17, Michael Brickert at the plate.
Shortstop over to first.
And he swings and puts one in play, but cannot beat out the throw. Runner moves up to second, so they still have a man in scoring position, but now 2 outs.
That was a good job there by Perez. The out's going to be recorded 6-3. And a good job attacking the baseball, going right after a little bare hand, 1 hopper over to the first baseman for Red. And that's going to be number 1, Walter Evans today. So 2 down, and a good start here. Again, still for Orange. They got a runner in scoring position. Burbank's going to have to get something decent out there if he's going to want to score Davis from second, but still threatening here in the first.
And there's a lot of different ways to score in this game, but this is one of those situations where you kind of want to just get it past the infield. Here's the pitch. Swung on, put in play. Ground ball to the shortstop, Perez. Perez can't handle it. And the catcher will come up and make the stop, keeping the runners from advancing further, but now we have runners at first and third.
It's kind of a surprising play there by Orlando Perez. Not really turning the chair and being able to pick that up cleanly. Something I'm sure Perez is not too happy about, going to get charged with the error, I would assume. But Perez knows better than that, and I'm sure next time he's going to be able to make the right play. He did it just before then. He's got to be careful now. First and third, 2 out.
Michael Murphy at the plate now, getting situated. He's got a very good setup here with a 1-run lead.
Okay, Big Murphy set.
Murphy right in the middle of the lineup, and you can tell he's a little bit of a power hitter. Something the outfield's definitely going to get 1.
Swung on, missed. Big miss there. It's going to be a 1-2 count.
And if you're Moore, you're definitely attacking here, trying to get the strikeout to end the inning.
Here is the pitch. Looked to be in good position, but that was going to be called a ball.
Yeah, a little bit shallow. Needs to get a little deeper there to Moore if he wants to get that strike call.
Swung on again and strikes out. That'll end the threat for Orange, and that'll end the top half of the first inning.
That's exactly what you wanted to do if you're Nathaniel Moore there. Go after the strikeout, really end the threat early on. The damage was very limited there, opposed to what Orange could have done in that half inning. They were threatening from second 1 but a good job by Moore limiting that damage to only 1 run.
And now as we move to the bottom half of that first inning, I want to take this opportunity to remind you that softball is being brought to you today by the DeGasperis Family Foundation and PNC. And we'll have Kate Callahan. Kate Callahan in our game the other day had a big 2-run double, or I'm sorry, it was a 2-run triple. Pretty much nailing the coffin in the black team.
It'll be Robert Burbank pitching for the orange team. And he looks pretty nice and spot on here in his warm-up pitches today. And you really, in slow pitch softball, you really want to have the opportunity to get a lot of movement with that, but you don't have as much as an opportunity as you would if you were a baseball player per se, just because you're only lobbing it up there for them. You really want to try to get a little bit of junk onto it, a little bit of movement, try to fool the hitter.
Nice Italian girl.
And Kate's in the batter's box now. Takes ball 2.
Been slow pitch softball, everyone starts with a 1-1 count. Tries to speed the game up a little bit.
Burbank's pitch. Put in play by Kate Callahan. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop on to first. And the out is recorded. Kate goes down swinging. She put that one in play, but couldn't make anything of it.
Yep, 6-3 on the put out. A good job there by Foster. I think both teams' premier positions are going to be their shortstops. With orange, it's going to be Foster, and with red, it's going to be Orlando Perez. And Foster, a good job to corral the softball and then to just wait and calmly throw it over to first.
Walter Evans grounds out quickly. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first.
And good job there by Evans. He almost, if that gets by him there, that's going to be a double down in the right field corner. So a great job there by Murphy to hold that one in there and calmly record the out.
Tim Peters in the batter's box now.
On deck.
So opposed to the quick start by Orange, not as quick of a start for Red.
And a pitch from Burbank. That's going to be called a ball.
A little bit shallow, not too much on the plate there, and a little bit inside.
This one's put in play right to the second baseman. Second baseman gets it over to the first baseman, and that is going to be the end of the first inning. 1-2-3 goes to the red team, and that'll be it for the first inning.
Yeah, in order, down goes Red. And not that sustained pressure that you saw from Orange, but really in that top half of the first, it was Red's mistakes that led to Orange's opportunities there. A couple errors in the base pass. You know, you're going to have that sometimes, but you got to try to limit it, especially in a gold medal game like this one.
We want to take this opportunity to again remind you that the softball competition is being brought to you today by the DeGasperis Family Foundation and PNC. And we'll be back with the second inning on xable.com.